Conservative New Media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the MMA expert. Okay, all right. It's the Wednesday before the fight, and I'm not totally ready yet, but I'm kind of ready to at least make an early prediction. I'm not making my final prediction, but I'm going to make my early prediction for Pacquiao versus Marquez 4 going down December 8th, this Saturday. And this is going to be intense. First of all, my personal opinion, only not alleging facts, not casting any spurs, all for entertainment purpose only. Please check disclaimers. There's so much to talk about, so much that I have talked about. Reviewing the workout of Pacquiao, reviewing the HBO 24/7s, everything like that. And and I thought, in my personal opinion, that Marquez won that third fight that they had. Even though I could see it going, I could see I could see how you could score, some of the close rounds for Pacquiao as well. But in my opinion, I thought that Marquez won that fight. Here's where I'm at on this. I mean, I go back and forth in my own mind, but I just have a general sense that I'm gonna pick Marquez. And here's why I feel good about Marquez. I think there's a number of reasons. I've talked about some of these in my previous videos. But basically, where I'm at right now, and I want to see that final stuff before I can make a final decision, but basically it's like this. I think that Pacquiao hasn't knocked anybody out for a while, particularly at this body weight of welterweight. That's number one. Number two, he didn't even knock down Marquez in their last fight. Okay? And number three, I think Marquez is bigger, stronger, and more motivated than ever to win this fight. Number four, I think that Marquez is the better technical boxer. I think that he's just better able to counter and better able to time Pacquiao and better able to impose his game plan on their fights. So when you let me put it another way. If you take away in all their fights, if you take away Pacquiao's knockdowns, where would Marquez be? Okay, think about that. So in other words, if Marquez is able to take and evade Pacquiao's shots, if Pacquiao doesn't have the same power threat that, if you will, in my opinion, that he had in their previous fights, or even in Pacquiao's previous fights with other opponents, then I think that's a big problem for Pacquiao. If Marquez is in there and he feels comfortable and feels like he can just trade with Pacquiao, I think Pacquiao's going to have a problem. That's number one. Number two, if Marquez can hurt Pacquiao, that's another big problem for Pacquiao. And I think Marquez, is going to come in with more power and more strength. And if he can start imposing some damage and putting some damage, if you will, imposing his will, putting some damage on Pacquiao, I think that's another big problem for Pacquiao. And the third thing is, my guess, and it's a hunch, is I don't feel like Pacquiao is going to have, however you want to get there, I don't think Pacquiao's going to have a big speed advantage. However you want to get there, whether you feel like, maybe Pacquiao's not as fast anymore and whatever training he's doing is not going to get him that speed advantage, or you feel like maybe Marquez has improved his speed, or at least, whatever. I just don't feel like the speed differential is going, I don't buy into the speed differential being a definitive issue in this fight for a number of reasons. I think that Marquez again has a great style, is able to counter Pacquiao, able to time Pacquiao, and I think if there's a speed advantage, it'll be early. The second thing on that is I think that Marquez can put some, will work the body and can put some damage on Pacquiao, maybe now more than ever, and that can slow someone down even if they're faster, everything like that. That's why you put the body work in early, in my opinion. The other thing is that, speed is often one of the first things to go in a fighter, and Pacquiao is not super young anymore either. Now, clearly he's significantly younger than Marquez, but again, and you just look at their recent performances. Marquez has knocked out some people, Katsidas, etc., more recently than Pacquiao. And so I just feel like when you put it all together, motivation, strength, size, how they've done the last fights, kind of the evolution of both fighters, the evolution of the training, how they match up, everything like that, I'm just going to give the edge to Marquez. I feel like there's an edge there, but I feel like this is, you know, I may wake up tomorrow and feel differently. I mean, that's what's so exciting about this. These two men are legends in boxing. They match up so well. I think the motivation is super high for both of them. Pacquiao, if he can win, if he can knock out Marquez, this is just, I mean, total, you know, super legend status, everything like that. There's no question about it. And at the same point, if Marquez wins, it's vindication. I mean, that elevates his status as well. I mean, both of these men have tremendous motivation, but I'm going to pick Marquez. I feel like, you know, he's done enough, put the work in. I feel like it's going to show up on Saturday, and, you know, I like the strategy. What do you think of that? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Tell me where you're at. Comments below. Please subscribe up. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the Super Genius and the MMA Expert. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.